Hey, yo, check it out. It's the one and only, never phony. Your big homie treat me like Tony. Peedi Crakk, live in effect with Mikey T, the movie star. Let's go, baby. Ring. Oh, man, Mikey T, the movie star. Hey, what's up with the movie star thing, man? Tell me what that's about.
All right, so basically, my brother Jeremiah Kipp is a director. He came up out of Rhode Island. I've always lived on the border of Connecticut and Rhode Island, right? So he
Hmm.
went to NYU, which is like one of the best schools in America. So he's been making movies for his whole life. He started off getting the kids around the neighborhood to put on face paint, and he made some zombie movies and shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? He really
I
started.
got you.
So he actually has a new horror movie coming out called Slapface, but my brother's always been the director, right? Uh, he worked for New Line Cinema. He freelances his own movies now. He put me in movies since I was like 4 or 5 years old, you know? So
Okay.
my brother's the director. I'm the movie star.
Hey, check it out. I didn't think that you was going to give me that, the real meaning of it. I thought it meant like something that was like, you say the movie star and then it means something totally different.
Well, you
You
know what?
really mean it means that you were really in the movies.
Right, literally.
Right,
But I'm just talking about home movies as well. But my brother do be putting me in his new big movies and shit. But also
right.
it's the moniker, you know what I mean? Like 50 Cent, like Ja Rule, you know what I mean? It's a moniker, Mikey T, the movie star.
No doubt. I like it, man. I like it. When you ready to get started now, or we already started?
Yeah, sort of like, yeah, we're started right now, but sort of like how you were talking about Peedi Crakk from Carlito's Way, which really made me want to go check that movie out.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's where my name come from, man. It's this thing with Fat Joe, man. No disrespect to Fat Joe, Joey Crack, the Dime, but he feel as though I stole his name, but I didn't. I got that from the movie Carlito's Way. It was a guy named Benny Blanco from the Bronx, and my back at that time, my name was Pedro Tequila, so I just freely said it in a verse like they used to call me PD Cracko, like Benny Blanco, just thinking nothing of it. And then that particular song became like a little neighborhood banger, and everybody just kept saying PD Cracko.
Right.
So my name was Cracko for a long time. And then, niggas would just break it down. They're like, hey, yo, crack. So it turned into PD Crakk. And I just dropped the Pedro Tequila. Just coincidentally, he went from Fat Joe to Joey Crack. And he not feeling me running with the name. But I ain't going nowhere, man. And I got love and respect for him. He's one of the inspirations from when I was a kid, watching him digging in the crates crew, Lord Finesse, and
Facts.
all of them. So I really, what I'm saying, I take my hat off to him, but sorry you feel that way about, you know what I mean?
PD, it was a different time back then. You know what I mean? It was a different era. Fat Joe was still at the point in his career where he wanted to make all the history that he wound up making from being a mainstay on MTV. And then for Peedi Crakk to show up on the scene, it's like, oh shit, this guy with a similar name to me who quite possibly is going to be famous as hell. You know what I mean? Has a similar name. But for real, we knew Fat Joe as Fat Joe. It wasn't like a Rick Ross, Ricky Rose thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
We didn't know him as
Yeah.
Joey Crack really like that, like where he was going to sell his album as Joey Crack.
Yeah, man. Hey, but I like what he's doing right now, man, to be
Love
honest
what
with
he's
you,
doing.
man. I love what he's doing, man. It's really entertaining. I just watched him getting Ebro ass. That was very fulfilling.
No, he's always
Cause
doing something dope. Did the two of you ever get a chance to connect, man?
nah, we never met. He said in an interview that he ran down on me and he met me, but I've never met him in person. So no, I've never met him and physically. I've seen him like how you seen. You ever met him?
I actually ran into Fat Joe at one point. You know, I went through a bunch of BS issues at one point with Tony Sunshine. So when I moved to Florida, Miami, Fat Joe is a main presence in Miami, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when I seen him at club, it might have been Mansion. When I seen him at Mansion, I had to go and walk up to him and tell him, "Yo, I'm Mikey T, the movie star. My bad about all that shit. I'm glad I'm actually getting a chance to say this on camera now.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes you can speak this shit into existence, though. You know, Peedi,
Hey, well,
I think
let me
he'll
say
have.
this. I would love to meet him. Honestly, I've always looked forward to meeting him, and I believe that day will come that we meet, and I think he'll fuck with me because I fuck with him. You know what I mean? He's a big homie. It would be a pleasure. But on his end, I don't know how he feel about me. But I think he'll fuck with me once he meet me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But yo, man, I appreciate you coming in to speak with me for
No
an
doubt.
exclusive interview, man. I want
Yeah,
to take,
let's get into it.
yeah, man, I want to take it back to the beginning. You know, I've interviewed a lot of Philly artists. You know, this is our first joint. How was it actually growing up in Philly? North Philly, right?
Yeah, North Side, man. It was definitely an experience, man. I'm an only child, so uh, I don't know, man. It was a different experience. You know what I'm saying? A worthwhile experience, though. I definitely appreciate it, but it was a rough ride, man. Definitely a rough ride. Lost a lot of homies and just seen a lot of stuff that all of us did. All me and everybody that from at my age that came up with me. We seen a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? And to still I'll be real appreciative now to be at this age and to still be able to be functional mentally and physically, you know what I'm saying? And still have opportunity and to be who I am is like a super blessing. I'll be having to remind myself to be thankful because when I look around a lot of homies is gone. A lot of people who had the same dream as me didn't even get a chance to make it and in jail or whatever, or just life just took a bad turn. And I'm just blessed, you know what I mean? But Philly is Philly, man. And I'm not here to say like it's something is worse than anywhere else. It's bad all over. But just that particular experience I went through in Philly is definitely, definitely something that could go in a movie. You know what I'm saying?
So being a more cultured artist now, seeing the world, can you tell me what it was like building your name in Philly compared to like the advantages you could see that others would have elsewhere, like New York, Miami, Los Angeles?
Um, Philly rough. Building a name musically, you mean? Like in the
Right.
industry?
Yeah.
Tough, tough, real tough, man. Cause Philly, I ain't gonna say we there's a lot of haters here or we just hate on each other, but it's really hard to get a large amount of people to all fuck with you when you ain't nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? If you get a following here, once you get a following here, man, if they love you, man, they say if you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. And I think because of them being so hard, that's why we rap so good. That's why we had so many great rappers. We got a lot of good rappers, and everybody credit us on how we got some spitters here in Philly. I don't think it's nothing in the water. I think it's because it's so much pressure and the bar is so high that you gotta rap good. You gotta step your game up here. It ain't no lazy playing around shit. And all the goofy shit, you gonna get booed. Niggas gonna try to roll on you from the era I'm from. Niggas try to roll on you. You can't come around with that dumb shit. So uh if I made it here in Philly, man, that gave me the you work your confidence up. And I just felt mad confident once I made it home. I mean, once I started feeling myself here in Philly, you kind of know that you on the right track. You know what I mean?
So I want to ask you, man, what was the first chance that you got to see that you could actually get into the music industry and make it out?
When I saw Freeway, when I heard Freeway on 1900 Hustler rapping with Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel and Memphis Bleak. Once I saw him there, because this is my same homie that I knew since I was like 8, 9 years old, and we done been through going to Halloween costume parties as little kids, playing in old houses and shit, to growing up selling crack and taking shifts in the crack house together. We went to set all throughout high school, rap group shit, the whole process. So when we got to the age of like roughly 21, 22, Free got signed to Roc-A-Fella, and once I seen him do that, I knew that I could do it because I've never known nobody that I never met somebody who made it. Personally knew them. He was the first person I knew personally that I know. I say this is my man that really made it. Like he's like right there on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So that I was like, yo, I know I could do it. That's my man. He did it, and he's right next to me a couple minutes ago. So I'm about to go do this shit too. You know what I mean?